you know I am a massive Disney fan, but I've been a little bit mixed about some of the live action remakes. However, I've been very excited about this one since it was announced, so here is my review of The Little Mermaid. Welcome back, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Katrina and I make bookish content here on this channel every week, and then movie reviews just like this one here at the weekend. All of my movie reviews are spoiler free, and I will leave a playlist of my recent reviews linked up above in case you are looking for something else to watch this weekend. Yes, Little Mermaid. I didn't manage to see it opening weekend, which is why this review is like a week late. But I went to see this in Dolby, so I was waiting to see it in Dolby because it would be my preferred format to see something like this, and I think particularly something that's like live action Disney, under the sea. There's like voices and noises and things coming from all over the place, and so Dolby was a really good format to see it in. Obviously the casting of this live action Little Mermaid was somewhat controversial. People were not happy with some of the choices. However, I think that the casting was absolutely superb. The whole cast seemed really like cohesive. The choices made for Sebastian and Ursula were just absolutely perfect. I just thought Melissa McCarthy was just so fabulous in this movie. I'm so glad that she's getting a chance to show off like all different sides of her acting persona and not just being cast as like, you know, the funny fat one. I love the fact that we can see her in all these different things these days, and so seeing her as Ursula, who is my favourite Disney villain, was just spectacular because she is one of my favourite actresses anyway. And then Daveed Diggs as Sebastian was just so funny. Awkwafina as Scuttle was just great. The kind of contrast between the cartoon Flounder and the live action Flounder was really difficult for me at first. I was just like, where's Flounder? Where's Flounder? This like big round blue and yellow fish. But when I was like, well, that's him in his actual fish form, it took a moment because Flounder is like super cute to me, and as a fish, not so super cute. So that one I struggled with a little bit. King Trident, obviously, you know, we've got like all the memes in there about the casting of Javier Bardem as King Trident. I just thought it worked really well. I thought it was really good. And then it was just really nice having the kind of the songs and the big like song and dance numbers performed as like real live action song and dance numbers. It was really interesting because obviously when we are under the sea and when we are singing under the sea, the fish and the sea creatures and the sort of the under the sea atmosphere is still semi-animated because it's CGI. Like I've seen a video of Ariel when she's on the sea turtles in the under the sea song section, and the green screen behind it is like she's literally sat on the back of someone whilst they're like going along as if she's like playing horsey with that person. And so that was interesting because I'm like, well, it's live action, but it's not. It's a little bit like in Lion King or like the magical moments in Aladdin where it's live action but not. So that was kind of strange, but I think it worked. I think of the two under the sea performances, I think I preferred the original to this one. However, Poor Unfortunate Souls, absolutely loved with this one. And then yeah, obviously we've got some other sort of casting in there too, but yeah, Awkwafina as Scuttle, really good. Daveed Diggs as Sebastian, and they do a kind of number together that's not in the original, and I really like that one. Obviously the words to Kiss the Girl, some bits have been rewritten by apparently Disney favourite Lin-Manuel Miranda, and I think that those worked really well. I know some people were worried about some of the things that had been rewritten, and then a couple of additions that were, you know, new songs for this film, a little bit like the fact that we had, you know, the new song in the live action Aladdin. I think that worked really well as well. I think you have to go into it as, we're not remaking this film, it's just another film like this, like the live action Beauty and the Beast, is a really good film in its own right. It doesn't stop me from still enjoying the cartoon version, but I also enjoy the live action version too. And so, yeah, it was kind of, I went in completely open minded. I will say, for a family film, for a kids' film, it's definitely on the longer side. So it kind of runs into like the territory of like not the super long Marvel films, but we're running into that territory of like, oh, we're getting into the that length of film now. And so, you know, I think the original Little Mermaid was only 89 minutes long or something. This is like a good 2 hour film. But I didn't notice the time. I didn't once look at the time. I didn't kind of have to leave partway through for a comfort break. I didn't notice that I went into this film at 12:40 and came out at like 3:20. So that wasn't too bad. Definitely recommend seeing it in Dolby format because it worked really well on the big screen with the really good sound. And then I enjoyed the addition of the new songs, and I enjoyed the live action aspect. It was really interesting going from the under the sea to the land. I think there was definitely more of a difference between the sea life and the land life, and kind of there was a bit more written into the fact that the people on land didn't trust the mermaids, and links with the siren song, and so that links a little bit more with the original book by Hans Christian Andersen, and there's a bit of a nod to that as well, and the fact that where we're set, so that was really nice. And I did spot a cameo, I'm not going to say where because no spoilers, a lovely little Disney Easter egg in there. Jodie Benson, who is the voice of the original Little Mermaid, does pop up in this film, and I did spot her, so I'm quite proud of myself there. Should you pay your cinema going money to go and see this film? I think it's a big yes from me. I really enjoyed it. I had a nice time. It's family friendly. It's familiar characters and familiar songs with some new things, with some new songs, and put with these new actors' takes on it as well. And so I did really enjoy it. I think all the controversy surrounding the casting was just kind of completely unfounded, and so it was nice to just go in there with an open mind, see what I was going to see, and just have a nice time. So yes, as always, if there is a particular film you would like to hear my thoughts on here next week, do let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on my bookish content in the week and my movie review here next week. And yes, I will see you with my next video. Thanks for watching.